Yeah, hi there, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder-owner and the materials writer for all the lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. And as I always do, I'm going to my Voxy Pop discussion group here, and I have about 8 or 9 different speaking practice tests here, and I'm going to listen to them right now. The first one is actually a pre-test. So let me do this one first. This student's going to...
Professor Michael, this is K, and I am doing the diagnostic pretest for static deviation, grammatical word endings, word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation of verbs, blending. First is the lesson 26. Act, active, actively, activity, compete, competitive, competitively. Humid, humidify, humidifier, dehumidifier, budget, budgeted, budgetary. Marriage patterns in rural Turkey are noticeably influenced by endogamous preferences within both villages and kinship groups. Pay, pays, fought, foughts, run, runs, cup, cupped, pass, passed, saved, judged, sorted, stepped, planted, circumstances. Conditioning, associate techniques, discussion, reiterated, consecutive, dysfunctional, retreat, positive, classical, regional. Harmony, provide, air conditioner, glass cleaner, myself, themselves, 1330, 1440, 1550, 1660, 1770, 1880, 1990. Downwind, outdoors, break into, take out. The conduct of the conductor was inappropriate. She objected to begin an object of his affection. Disrespect, interlock, outface. USA, GPA, CEO, academic, analytical, diversity. 45, cardiology, discussion, geography. Cautious, Canadian, chronological, absentee, overseer, Vietnamese, picturesque, technique, quality, educate, education, motivate, motivation, operate, operation. Overrated, he ate it, position. He fixed it, zoom, a boom, cool bike, cool biker, coolest biker. The player left the game in the 4th quarter. Mr. Johns is grading his paper today. Can you give me a burger with cheese? She spoke with you. How's your homework coming along? Sue, can you go to the store? Sue can't go to the store. She can run the whole distance. She can run the whole distance. She can't run the whole distance. She was at the house yesterday. She wasn't at his house yesterday. Jane could talk to the other workers. Jane couldn't talk to the other workers. Speaker A. Did John go to the game last week? Speaker B. John went to the game yesterday. Speaker A. What do you want to do? Speaker B. What do you want to do? The speaker wants to know. Speaker A's opinion. What do you want to do? Speaker A. What are you working on? Speaker B. I'm working on a composition. Speaker A. What kind of composition? Speaker B. It's a history composition. Speaker A. When is it due? Speaker B. It's due Friday morning. There is an advantage and a disadvantage to your idea. Speaker A. Did she go on a vacation in the summer? Speaker B. It was the winter when she went on vacation. Speaker A. That was a great movie. Speaker B. I will say it was good. Show strong equivalent. I will say it was good. Speaker A. Why didn't you return to the book to the library? Speaker B. You're wrong. I didn't return the book to the library. I like apples, bananas, oranges, lemons, and grapes. Speaker A. She has 12 members in her family. Speaker B. She has 12 members. She has 12 members? Speaker A. My phone number is 888-9002. Did you say 988-902? I want to leave Johnny. I want to leave Johnny. I want to leave Johnny. I am going to the United States. Where? I am going to the United States. Where? What city in the United States did you go to? Where? 23 foot long sticks. 23 foot long sticks. Where are you going? I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm going to Los Angeles with my friends later on. Bobby Thompson, who lived in my neighborhood, is coming to visit tomorrow. Very ordinary looking, requires that weigh about 1 ounce and have a body which is the size of an adult's thumb. Sir Francis Galton, a cousin of Charles Darwin, was interested in the measurement of intelligence because he wanted to increase it through selective breeding. Can you hold up the painting for me? I wore a light sweater to a football game. Maybe you should ask parents. We may know the answer. Part B. Answer the following questions.
Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Ravinder K. and I am Michael, and I just listened to your second pretest for syllable division and grammatical word endings, word stress, sentence rhythm, intonation, and thought groups and blending. So overall, my biggest advice I can give you right now, watch several movies a week. This is very, very good practice. Really pay attention to how the speakers are speaking, right? In addition to that, you can watch some TV every day. That's also good. And find opportunities to speak English as much as you can. So based on this pretest, here are the lessons that I'd like you to study in my online TOEFL course. Now remember, I'm allowing my students right now to also get feedback on their pronunciation. So if you want to do some pronunciation practice from some of the videos, you can also post them here at my VoxyPop discussion group. My rule is simple though, you cannot post more than 60 seconds of audio on a given day unless you pay more money, and then you can do that. But for the $45 a month, only 60 seconds a day. All right, and I will do my best. I will help you as much as I can. So here are the lessons you want to focus on right now in the second part of my course. Pronunciation lesson 28, 29, 30, 31, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and also lesson number 44. So as you go through those lessons, read out loud with me as I teach you the information in those videos. Now here's another tip. You'll notice at the end of most of those videos in the pronunciation part of my course, there's a reading passage. You can also take notes on the reading passage or take notes when I read it to you, and then you can practice writing and speaking about that information. And that will be very helpful for your integrated speaking and integrated writing also. All right, thank you for doing this second pretest. Okay, let's go to the next one. And that particular student, I try to be positive. I didn't want to be too negative there, but that student has massive problems with pronunciation. It will take her several months of very serious practice before she will be able to be intelligible enough to get 26 points or higher on the speaking section. So it takes a lot of work. See, that's the thing. Some students tell me, well, how much time do I need? I don't even know until I hear their speaking. Once I hear their speaking, then I have an idea of how long it will take them to solve those issues. Okay, here we got one more student here. Okay, hi there. These comments are for Dieta79, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you did independent speaking practice test number 202. You like to do those higher number ones, right? So it says, when buying an expensive item, do you try to get a discount, or are you okay with paying full price? Be sure to use specific examples and details to support your choice. I don't like the hassle, I just pay it. My wife loves the discount. She really fights to get that discount.
When buying an expensive item, I always prefer to ask for a discount rather than to pay the full price.
You want to say the word, always ask for a discount. So I would say discount, put stress on that first part of the word.
First of all, I can save some money when I ask for a discount. For example, last week I bought a Michael Kors bag. The price was $500. I asked the vendor for a discount and he gave me a 20% discount. I saved $100 and that was pretty good.
$100, so don't forget to pronounce that S at the very end.
Moreover, I always feel satisfied when I ask for a discount. For instance, last month I bought a dress from Macy's for the original price. I was not satisfied with my purchase, and I returned the dress.
With my purchase, so two words in there, discount and purchase, so those are word stress issues.
A week later, there was a sale in Macy's, and I bought the same dress with a 50% discount, and I was satisfied.
All right, so you answered the question, right? So let's take a look at your score here. So I'm going to integrated speaking. So I think on this one you were pretty good on the delivery, except for some word stress issues with those two words I told you. One of them was discount, right? Language use, I think pretty good control there, good organization for your topic development with appropriate supporting details. So I think it's possible you had some minor delivery issues. I'm going to put you at 24 to 26 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. All right, so there is a sentence I had trouble with understanding before, and let's hear. You're going to read it one more time with me, right?
When I was in high school, my friend Sarah once offended me by telling my math teacher that I didn't do my homework. As a result of her lie, my math teacher punished me and prevented me from attending recess for 1 week. But because this was her first time to offend me, I forgave her.
Okay, so let's look at this. So the problem here, you said my sister was offended. I would just say my sister offended me. I don't know why you chose to put passive voice in there when you read it, but you have it written correctly. So let me read it with you. So my friend Sarah offended me by telling my math teacher that I did not do my homework. As a result of her lie, my math teacher punished me and he prevented me from attending recess. That's where you had trouble with recess. From attending recess for 1 week, I forgave Sarah because this was her first time to offend me. That's how I would read that sentence. All right? Okay, thank you. Okay, done with her. The reason she sent me a sentence that she had said in a previous speaking practice test, and I couldn't exactly get what she was saying with her pronunciation, so then I can help her a little bit more. So she wrote it down and then sent it to me and then read it again, and then I could give her some feedback on that. That's kind of what that second audio file was. Okay, let's go to the next one. I got to go pick up my wife at the airport here in about 10 minutes. But you know what? Any little bit helps. So I try to help my students whenever I can. So here's another student. Again, my goal is to give my students feedback in about 24 hours after they complete a practice test. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Pritz, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I'm going to listen to your independent paired choice speaking task number 7. So let me take a look at what this one is here. Give me a quick second. So this one is, which of the two do you prefer when exercising, running or riding a bicycle? So you're choosing between A or B. So let's hear how you responded to this question.
I would prefer to do exercise through running rather than riding on bicycle because
And we listen to that. A little bit of trouble there with your language use.
I would prefer to do exercise through running rather than riding on bicycle because
I would just be a little more concise. I would prefer running over bicycling as a form of exercise because that might be a little bit better way to say that.
in some areas bicycles are not allowed. For example, in some parks, the bicycles are prohibited. In my area, there is no good track for bicycle, so that's why I would prefer running in the morning. And another thing is that
There is no good track. I would say there is not a good path or lane. I would say there are no bicycle lanes for me where I live. That's probably a better way to say that as opposed to saying track.
afraid of driving bicycles because it's more like a skill to drive it properly. So that's why for me it's easy to run rather than doing exercise on bicycle. And another
Let's say not bicycle, so put stress on the first syllable there.
best thing about running is that it doesn't need you to
And so the best thing you want to say, I also prefer running because
assess on something, like you are not banned with something, so you just run whenever.
I wouldn't say you, say I. Focus on your personal experience, or you can use third person as a bicyclist. can do this or can do that, but don't use the you point of view in this type of practice test.
So that's why I would prefer running.
Okay, let's take a look here. So I think on this one you had some delivery issues with word stress. You also had some problems with your language use on this one. So I think that's enough. You had a fairly clear organization with examples in there. I'm going to put you at 2.5 out of 4, 19 points out of 30 on this practice test. I have about 5 minutes here and I got to take off. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Migdal Maida, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. I'm going to listen to your, I think it's independent speaking practice test number 22. All right, so the question here is, in which type of house would you prefer to live? In an old historical house or a new modern one? And guess what? This actually appeared on the TOEFL IBT exam. So not an easy question. You really have to have some specifics, I think, to really develop this response.
If I had to choose between an old historical house or a new modern one, I'd rather live in a brand new house because it's less likely to develop infrastructural problems along many years.
Good vocabulary. Infrastructural problems. I like that.
For instance, many years ago, I rented an old house in the historical district of New Orleans, and I ended up having roof problems, which caused me water destruction to my furniture due to water infiltration.
A little bit of trouble with your pronunciation in there.
I also had mechanical issues with the heater, which couldn't work consistently during the whole winter. For these reasons and many more, I'm supportive of living in a brand new house.
So infrastructural problems, I'm not sure that the examples really illustrated that. When I think of infrastructural problems, I think of the concrete, the walls, the way the house was constructed, that maybe the roof needs to be replaced or something like that. So on this one you had some delivery problems, maybe some vocabulary issues here. So I'm going to put you at about 2.5 out of 4, 19 points out of 30 on this practice test. Let me get one more done and then I'm going to have to leave. Now, this guy's a hard worker. And guess what? One of my students I just got an email. This is what I'm talking about. You want to know why I teach TOEFL, why I help my students with speaking and writing and all that? I got an email from one of my students. I just use her initials, SB. But she used my online course for 30 days. She improved her TOEFL score from 63 to 78. 15 points in 30 days, and that is quite remarkable. And she sent me the email earlier today. It made me very, very happy. And that is part of what brings me joy with teaching TOEFL preparation, is to help students reach their goals. All right, let me talk to this guy. All right, hi there. These comments are for Ben Chen, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you're going to answer, looks like, independent speaking practice test number 5. So this one is, describe an important person in your life. Boy, that is the hard part there. Then explain why the person is important to you. That's the easy part. So make sure you describe the person first, and then explain why this person is important.
My father is the only person in my family who works, and he shows me the proper way to act towards other people. So he's an important person in my life.
Okay, probably a little bit too simple. You're using 3 separate sentences there to start your response off. The grammar is a little bit basic. Consider combining some of those sentences. Maybe say, because my father A-B, he is an important person in my life, and that would demonstrate a little bit better grammar.
First, it's the money he earns that makes my family live comfortably. It's important for me because I can pursue my dreams like going to the US to work without worrying too much about money.
Sounds like you're saying persuade, but you're saying pursue. That's probably what you're trying to say, but you're not pronouncing it correctly. So I decided to pursue my dreams.
The reason is that he instructs me on how to be a good person. He has taught me good manners and how to interact with other people.
Okay.
It's important because it helps me get elders' approval and make many good friends.
Good. Okay, here's what I recommend. I think that you still need to describe your father first. How tall is he? Is he short? What color hair does he have? Does he wear glasses? How does he dress? Tell me a little bit about his personality. Describe him first, and then pick one of those reasons that you just said, and then you would have better addressed this speaking task. So I think here are some limitations with topic development. I think so, maybe possibly some language use problems because you're a little bit basic, or you didn't really answer the first part of the question, maybe because of limitations with vocabulary. I'd like to see you using 2 more complex type sentence structures. If you go to the grammar part of my course, Ben Chen, take a look at the lessons. Here's the lessons you want to focus on. Adjective clauses, noun clauses, adverb clauses, and even what's called compound sentence structures. You need to review some of those grammar lessons so that you're using more advanced grammar when you speak. All right, your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.83 out of 4, 22 points out of 30 on this practice test.